As we get over Andrew Kibe's poor performance of a comedy show, let's move on swiftly to the Iko Nini interview with Director Trevor. Personally, I liked it. I liked it a lot. Director Trevor is a very intelligent young man. Kuna wale wase wanakuanga na nyota. And Director Trevor is one of those guys. Director Trevor is one of those people who have nyota. Not only that, Director Trevor is a kingmaker. I heard Mwafrika one day say, they said they made Hove. Well, make another Hove. Of course, that was alluding from one of Jay-Z's verse, right? But honestly, if you ask me, I personally believe Director Trevor can make another Hove, i.e. another Eve Mungai. Manze, if you just get to pick the mind of that brilliant young man, you can tell Jamaa does not play around. You can tell Jamaa does not play around, manze. He was built for this shit. He was built for online content. He was built for YouTube. It was even surprising for me to realize that even before Andrew Kibe landed in Kenya, Director Trevor contacted Andrew Kibe. He told Andrew Kibe, naelewa nitangi kafukusi juu unanichukia, na juu unanitanga kafukusi juu unatengeneza content. Watu wajinga wanapenda hiyo content, wajinga wanapenda matusi, mafala, watu jobless kama wewe mwenye unawatch content sahi. Shout out to Karen Nyam. They like negativity. So you know what Director Trevor does? He goes to Andrew Kibe, he tells Andrew Kibe, unajua ni aje? Let's try to make something work. But of course, Andrew Kibe, being the asshole that he is, he, dismisses Director Trevor. Director Trevor even went to the extent of saying that, unakumbuka that question that some vlogger asked Kibe, why didn't you go to do an interview with Mungai Eve as opposed to doing an interview with Director Trevor? Then Mungai Eve then Andrew Kibe rebuttals and says, well, Director Trevor did not pay me, alluding to the fact that Mungai Eve paid him. He says, I'm not going to say Mungai Eve paid me, but Director Trevor did not pay me. And these were his exact words. And he said, do I look stupid to do an interview where I'm not getting paid? So that means Mungai Eve paid Andrew Kibe. It's okay, game is game. He's a brand. He brings value to the, he brings value. And sure enough, his interview with Mungai Eve was the most watched interview. I think it's already hit 500 views as we speak. And within 3 days, Mungai Eve had already hit 100,000 subscribers. So definitely, Andrew Kibe brings value to the table. So he asks, as Director Trevor tells it, Andrew Kibe asked him for money. How much? Andrew Kibe says $5,000, right? Is it $5,000? Yeah, $5,000. I stand to be corrected. But when they converted it, it came to around 600,000 Kenyan shillings. So Director Trevor tells him, Nisawa, nipatie your cash app, I send it to you. Andrew Kibe says, no, I use Venmo. Or vice versa, who the fuck cares? You can go watch the interview. And Director Trevor tells him, it's okay, let me pay you. Actually, he was to pay him twice, right? For a Mungai Eve interview. That's when Mungai Eve was still working with Director Trevor, and Ali, that Ali guy, an Ali interview. So that makes it around 1.2 M. Are you following? I hope you're following. So Director Trevor was willing to pay. He understands the value that Andrew Kibe brings. And Andrew Kibe then later on says, hapana, wacha nikam Kenya, nataka hiyo do unipige cash. Director Trevor says, it's okay, ukikam through, nitakupiga do cash. So who's playing who here? Who is lying to the Kenyans here? Is Andrew Kibe the asshole that, you know, people really portray him out to be? Is Andrew Kibe an a-hole? You know, I'm not calling him a a-hole. I'm just asking because I know most of you Andrew Kibe fans out there get all caught up in your feelings, which is no concern of mine. You can go stick it up, whatever that gives you pleasure. None of my business. But I'll always say the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Is Andrew Kibe an a-hole? There's huyu kijana mdogo who's been willing and wanting to work with you, who respects your craft. You've been insulting him all this time, but boy understands the game. He's willing to pay you as much money as you need for you to push, you know, to push content, for you to chase that paper. And then you turn around and say, well, I've changed my mind, not doing that shit anymore. Boy child, huyu boy child wewe unasemanga unatetea. Ama boy child wewe ujifanya unatetea. And then you do a whole 360. You go to the woman's side to do an interview with the woman, leaving the boy child kwa mataa, bro. So Andrew Kibe, I ask again, are you an a-hole? Huh? Are you this asshole that your recent interviews, you know, are making you out to be? Truly, it makes no concern to me. I just like getting into the feelings of these Andrew Kibe fans. Oh my God, you can see them. Hope you can see them on my comment sections. Do you know how great it feels to rile up people in that manner? You know, but let's not digress too much. Let's go back to Director Trevor. I really, 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 really liked his intelligence, the way, you know, at that age, but hata mimi myself, I was not thinking, man, I was thinking that far, but implementing what I was thinking was a whole different game altogether. So Director Trevor, you get a hand clap for me. You know, and rest assured, I think, you know, Director Trevor is set to do great things. Director Trevor is set to succeed. Director Trevor is set to succeed even beyond Mungai Eve. Now let's change nini haraka haraka to Mungai Eve. Like, oh my. Bro, we did not ask for another Lynn Ngugi. Lynn Ngugi's stories were fun and games when we were first introduced to her. The sad stories, yeah, zilikuwa zinasaidia kupass time listening to the sad stories, but man, they are getting old. They are getting boring. Nobody wants to see sad stories all the time. It's okay, you can give us sad stories from time to time, but we don't want to hear sad stories all the time. Every time you listen to to Lynn Ngugi's YouTube channel, every time you tune into her YouTube channel, it's just sad story after sad story after sad story. Where are the success stories? Where are the motivational stories? Bruh. This shit is getting old. And remember when I told you Mungai Eve's introduction to the Andrew Kibe interview read out from the Lynn Ngugi playbook when she moved out of Tuko? Well, guess what? Her content has done the same. She has begun doing those sad stories. We subscribe to Mungai Eve because she used to be the person on ground. She used to go deep into those ghettos to get us stories. She introduced to us people like Madocho. She introduced to us people like Manziwa Kibera. Theirs are not sad stories. They are interesting stories. They are captivating stories. Stories that, you know, make you glued on your YouTube screens and make you beg for more. Make you get interested on this character she's introduced to you. Make you get invested into their character and even want to know more up until that character dies and she brings you another character. That's the Mungai Eve we were introduced to. Not this knockoff version of Lynn Ngugi.